Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about Solana's bear market, why I think it's in a bear market. We're going to compare it to Bitcoin from 2017 and 2018 bear market and see how similar they are. And as well, we're going to talk about if you are stuck in a bad situation and you bought Solana somewhere close to the top, how to get out of this situation. All of this in this video, so stay tuned. Alright friends, let's jump to our chart and see what's going on. So from what we can see here, it's clearly Solana did its 5 waves up, and usually, as you know, after a big impulsive 5 waves, we always start in the correcting wave, which I'm thinking that's where we are right now. So just to compare our wave 1 and wave 5, which we know they're fairly similar to each other's size, and we can see that it reached 2.236 extension on our Fibonacci. So did the wave number 5, which is very cool to see these confluences, which this already tells me that the price probably reached its top. So there's no really more room to be going up. You see it's reached 2.23. Here as well we reached 2.23 on our Fibonacci. So this is first thing that's showing me, okay, we probably done with Solana for this year. Even though, just to say about Bitcoin, I still believe Bitcoin gonna fall down a little bit now, and then we're gonna start our retracement in Bitcoin when we're gonna see some alts waking up and doing some good returns, but I don't really see it happening for Solana. That's just my view on what's going on with Bitcoin and the rest of the market. So now let's take a look how similar these two are. So at the bottom we have the Bitcoin's chart, so you can see it. Okay, so we can see going to Bitcoin in December 8th, we started the first big profit taken as well. We can see this with Solana. Then we went up, we had this little cup here, a little bit retracement, and then we went to our final top, which Solana reached almost $260. And then, as you see, we start retracing and going down. So what we can see happen, it's very similar W shape. We can see on both of them, we reach at the same area. We couldn't break the 702 extension. We just saw close candle above it, and the next candle we fell down. We can see same thing happened to Bitcoin. We reached the 702, we couldn't clear it as support, and we fell down and we continued down. So we can see that this part is very similar to what happened with Bitcoin in 2017 when it entered its bear market. So just based on that, I'm being very cautious with Solana and how it continues. If we're gonna see what happened after, we can see that we had something look like 5-wave correction on Bitcoin. As well, we can clearly see it, that we had these 5 waves, and the wave 5, it's just the price drop, and here as well we couldn't break this resistance and the price just fall apart. So what we think can happen now, and how can we get out of a bad situation, because usually after such a big drop, Solana dropped more than 70%, I believe. Yeah, about 68%. So after such a big drops, we usually have somewhat retracement. Okay, and we see that Bitcoin did pretty much same drop, 69%, same as Solana. So it very similar. Again, that's why I'm being very cautious. So let's take a look from our top of Bitcoin to the bottom. What are chances for a retracement and how we can get out of a bad situation if we bought somewhere at the top? So the best way to do it is to bring our average cost down. So what I would be doing if I would be the one that buying Solana at the top, and as well, just to remind you, this is not a financial advice, this is just something I'm doing. Again, I'm just another person on YouTube. So don't take it as financial advice, because it's not. What I will be doing in this kind of situation, so I know that eventually a retracement should be coming for Solana, and especially that it seems it's so similar to Bitcoin and now we might still go down, we might create second bottom. It doesn't really have to look exactly the same, but we see that this pattern is very similar, because I'm thinking Bitcoin will be correcting in the next week or so, maybe couple weeks. So we will see maybe even a deeper retracement, but I think that's going to be a opportunity to dollar cost average, to bring my average. If my average price was 200 and now we'll be buying in about 83 $85 Solana, I might bring my average around to 144, right? Depend how heavy you're gonna enter. And then we see that we can get out of this without a loss, but actually come on no loss, no win, but it's better not to lose money. It's then continue hoping for a win and the price continue going down. So we can see that Bitcoin price was able to reach 0.5 extension after this big drop and went a little bit above. And we can see the areas where it went. So it went to the last high before the price just fall apart and went down. So we can assume that we might see as well the price of Solana reaching this price area before it's just fell off a cliff and broke down. So if we will see Solana in these areas and you are able to buy at this, hopefully you can reach again $80, $85, and hopefully you can get here before we're gonna continue with our bear trend. So you'll be able to get out of your position, hopefully in these areas. Again, none of this have to work exactly as Bitcoin, but I just see so many confluences with what happened in 2017-18 for Bitcoin that it's very similar to Solana. And we see what happens with Bitcoin after that. Eventually we break down and the price never went above these areas, and we never did a new all-time high, and we had to go through a long bear market. But we also know what happened after this long bear market. So I'm not talking about Solana as a project. Is it good project? Is it bad project? I'm just talking about only technical analysis, what it looks like to me and what I'm thinking gonna be happening. So with these facts, you decide to yourself what you think gonna happen, if it's good thing to hold Solana for long term or not. For me, I'm gonna be very cautious. It looks to me very, very dangerous what's going on right now. And if the price gonna start correcting up and everybody gonna get excited, I just don't see how it can do new all-time high this year and go above $260 where it reached. I just don't see it. So I just wanna come and yeah, share my thoughts. Just be careful. Try to dollar cost averaging in this area, and hopefully you can get out in these areas as well. If we can jump above it, if there's going to be a lot of hype, we might, our next levels that I will be looking and I would be very careful and probably exiting position, it would be these areas, because we also see that these areas usually very, very crucial, and usually here we get the reversal down. So if we can go above this area of around $155 for Solana, this is your next danger area that we will have to break if you still think there is a possibility for Solana see new all-time highs. This is going to be two very important areas. But that's all I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me comments, tell me what do you think. Does it look similar to you, or I'm just doing some crazy talking? Share your comments. Please give some likes as well. Share some love. And we're gonna see you in next video. Thank you so much for joining. Adios.